Hidden deep within the mountains of China lies a place shrouded in mystery and whispered tales. A village whose very name sends chills down the spine of those who hear it. Fengmen Village, often called the Ghost Village of China. This abandoned settlement, veiled in legend and time, stands as a silent witness to years of history, tragedy, and the enduring power of fear. Fengmen Village, located in the Jiangsu province, was once a thriving community. Generations of families lived amid its stone houses, narrow alleys, and terraced fields. Life here was simple, with villagers rising at dawn to tend crops, children playing beneath ancient trees, and elders sharing stories by the light of lanterns. But that was long ago. Today, Fengmen is deserted, its homes crumbling and streets overtaken by wild vegetation. What led to the sudden and total abandonment of this once vibrant place? Local legends offer chilling explanations. According to one of the most persistent stories years ago, a terrible disease swept through the village, striking down residents in rapid succession. The survivors, gripped by fear and unable to understand the mysterious illness, fled overnight, leaving behind their homes, belongings, and even ancestral altars. Some say the village was cursed, that an ancient wrong had awoken restless spirits who drove the villagers away. Others claim to have seen ghostly figures wandering the empty streets at dusk, their mournful cries echoing through the hills. There are those who believe the truth is more mundane, a combination of economic hardship, dwindling opportunities, and the lure of city life. As young people left in search of work, the village's population dwindled until only a few elderly residents remained. When at last they passed away or departed, Fengmen was left to the mercy of time and nature. Yet, the stories of hauntings and curses persist, refusing to fade even as the village itself is reclaimed by the forest. Visitors who dare to explore Fengmen today are greeted by an eerie silence. The wind whistles through empty doorways and broken windows. Moss and vines creep up the walls of houses that once echoed with laughter. In the heart of the village stands an ancient tree, its gnarled branches said to be home to the spirits of the departed. Some travelers report feeling a sudden drop in temperature as they approach, or catching glimpses of shadowy figures out of the corners of their eyes. At night, Fengmen becomes even more unsettling. The moon casts long shadows across abandoned courtyards, and the air grows thick with an inexplicable sense of unease. Some claim to have heard footsteps behind them, only to turn and find no one there. Others report strange lights flickering in the windows, or the faint strains of music drifting through the darkness. Rational minds chalk these experiences up to the imagination, or to the natural sounds of an old village settling into decay. But for those who have felt the presence of something unseen, the legends of Fengmen are all too real. The stories of Fengmen Village have made it a destination for ghost hunters and thrill seekers. Paranormal investigators come equipped with cameras, audio recorders, and sensitive instruments, hoping to capture evidence of the supernatural. Some claim success. Mysterious orbs appear in photographs, inexplicable voices are caught on tape, and sudden cold spots are detected in certain rooms. Each new tale adds to the village's reputation, drawing curiosity seekers from across China and beyond. Yet, for all the spooky stories, Fengmen Village is also a place of beauty and reflection. Nature has begun to reclaim what humans have left behind, with wildflowers blooming in the cracks of ancient stone walls and birds nesting in rooftops open to the sky. The village stands as a poignant reminder of the passage of time and the impermanence of human endeavor. It invites visitors to ponder the lives once lived here, the hopes, dreams, and sorrows of those who called Fengmen home. The ghost stories of Fengmen also reflect something deeper in the human psyche, a fascination with the unknown, and a reverence for places where the boundary between past and present seems thin. In Chinese culture, respect for ancestors and spirits runs deep, and abandoned villages like Fengmen are thought to be especially potent with lingering energy. Offerings are sometimes left at doorways, and visitors tread carefully, mindful of the stories that have seeped into the stones. Despite its haunted reputation, there are those who hope to see Fengmen revived. Conservationists and heritage groups have expressed interest in preserving the village as a living museum, allowing future generations to experience its unique blend of history and legend. Some dream of restoring the houses, opening small inns or tea houses, and inviting artists and storytellers to breathe new life into its empty streets. Whether these plans will come to fruition remains uncertain, but for now, Fengmen remains a place suspended between worlds, a village of ghosts and memories. What draws people to places like Fengmen? Perhaps it is the thrill of encountering the unknown, or a desire to connect with the stories of the past. Maybe it's the allure of a place left untouched by the modern world, where silence reigns and every shadow hints at a secret. Or perhaps, deep down, we all seek reminders of our own vulnerability, the knowledge that even the most vibrant communities can vanish, leaving behind only echoes. Fengmen Village stands as a testament to the enduring power of story. Whether haunted by spirits or simply by the memories of those who once lived there, it continues to inspire wonder, fear, and curiosity. As the sun sets behind the mountains and mist rises from the fields, the village seems to come alive once more, with the rustle of leaves, the creak of ancient timbers, and the whispered tales of a place both forgotten and unforgettable. So, if you ever find yourself wandering the quiet paths of Jiangsu province, and you stumble upon a village where time seems to stand still, listen closely. You might just hear the echoes of Fengmen, the ghost village of China, calling to you from the shadows, inviting you to remember, to reflect, and to shiver just a little at the mysteries that linger in the night. As the sun dipped below the jagged mountains, casting long shadows across the abandoned fields, an unsettling silence fell upon Fengmen village. The air was unnaturally still, too still for a place once full of life. The expedition team, led by Professor Liu, had set up their camp near the broken entrance gate that bore ancient symbols no one dared to translate. Among the team were May, a skeptical journalist seeking a career-defining story, and Bo, a timid student of folklore who had studied the legends of Fengmen for years, but never imagined he would step foot there. As night approached, the unease grew thicker. The villagers had vanished without a trace decades ago, leaving behind crumbling homes, decayed furniture, and ancestral altars with candles that had long since burned out. That evening, while preparing equipment in the main square, May found a child's toy, a weathered wooden rabbit, lying on the cracked stone pavement. She picked it up absent-mindedly but froze when she noticed something odd. Faint, wet footprints leading into a house that had supposedly been locked from the outside. "Bo, did you go in here?" she called out. But he shook his head, pale. "No one's gone in there. Not yet." They stared at the house, Its windows were dark, yet a faint scratching sound came from within, like fingernails on old wood. In the night, the winds howled louder as darkness fully enveloped Fengmen village. The temperature dropped rapidly, and the team huddled close around their portable lanterns. But the village refused to sleep. Somewhere in the distance, a bell rang. Just once. There was no temple nearby. At 1:33 a.m., Professor Liu awoke suddenly to a low whisper outside his tent. He peeked through the flap, heart racing. There, standing by the broken gate, was a woman in a red kipao dress. Her back was turned, her head tilted unnaturally to one side. "Miss, are you?" he began, but she vanished. From the surrounding hills, an eerie fog began to pour in, swallowing the village inch by inch. Then came the chanting, low, guttural voices murmuring in a dialect none of them could recognize. It came from all around them, yet nowhere at all. The kind of chanting that makes your blood turn cold. Not words, but curses, repeated over and over again. And then, the footsteps. Bare feet, wet, slow, coming closer.